It's the multifaceted FARO faucet, and when I drip, you sip. Welcome to my matrix. Today's drip is called Abortion is Good. Let's take a sip. All right, I know you're probably disturbed by now by the title. Yes, it's a little disturbing to hear that abortion is good, but hear me out, okay? So, oftentimes, abortion is considered to be like murder, just not righteous. It's supposed to be something that's like deemed evil, right? To most. Now, since this movement of what is it called? There's pro-choice, right? Where it's like you're for abortion, you're in agreement with the way women use their bodies, or rather, you are in agreement of allowing women to choose whether or not they want to continue life. And then there's pro-life, right? There's pro-life. They're the people who are against abortions. Now, what I don't like about the pro-life movement is that there are two significant factors that are constantly disregarded, right? One, abortion at an early stage is not murder. It's not. So there are stages to the development of pregnancy. So like people often choose to ignore that factor, that a fetus is not a fetus until several months have passed. Before that, it's not a fetus. It's more like an organism. Yeah, it's alive because it's an organism and it has cells and it's reproducing, developing, it's active, right? But is it a fetus? A fetus is something that has arms, eyes, a heart, a brain. When you're pregnant at 5 weeks, that's not a fetus. Even at 2 months, I wouldn't consider it a fetus. I just wouldn't. I can pull up an example, actually. Let's see. Okay. Here we have all the stages of pregnancy. As you can see, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, they look like absolute shit. There's no real development here. It's just a blob that continues to grow. 7 weeks, it's starting to look like something. Yeah, it's starting to look like it has a head. It's even developing a neck at this point. This is 7 weeks. Repeat, 7 weeks. What is 7 weeks? Almost 2 months. Okay. Now we have 8 to 10 weeks. At 8 to 10 weeks, it's getting bigger. This is when your belly starts showing. 8 to 10 weeks. What's 8 to 10 weeks? Roughly 2 months and a half, right? 2.5 months. Now here's where it gets really dicey, like 11 to 13 weeks. I don't want to have an abortion at this point. This is almost 3 months, rather right before 3 months and going into the 3-month mark. This is what I would consider murder right here. This 11 to 13 weeks. Anything past that, you're an evil bitch. Let's just say what it is. You're crazy and you need help. There's no reason why you should have waited this long to have an abortion. You probably need a psychological evaluation. Also, you're obviously not in tune with your body if you're just finding out that you're pregnant at 11 to 13 weeks. Yeah, you're a failure. So yeah, this 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, that's not murder. 7 weeks, still not murder. Still not murder. 8 to 10 weeks, it's a little, I don't know, 2 months, 2.5 months. I'm probably not gonna feel good about this, to be honest, okay? But that's just my honest opinion. You can probably do it and not give a shit. But I'm saying, for me, I would feel bad to get rid of that cute little thing. Look at it. It's like it's about to develop up some arms. It has legs. That's cute. Why would I want to destroy that? That's mean, right? I'm just saying. So that's that. I just wanted to show you what the actual development cycle looks like, rather than you pretending to know what the hell you're talking about, or rather than you listening to what the masses tell you is murder and why you shouldn't have an abortion. I wanted to show you exactly what it looks like per cycle, like per trimester, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you see it now? Okay, good. I'm glad I was able to educate you. Please remember this the next time there's a conversation about abortion and someone tries to make you feel guilty about having an abortion. Just think about this diagram, okay? All right, you're welcome. With that said, abortions are good when done on time. Okay? We don't want to have late abortions. We want to have early abortions. That's healthy. Okay. Yes, it's still a mistake because you're having an abortion. We are human. Thus, we are allowed to make mistakes. It's pretty simple. Okay. Now, why? Why FARO? Why are you promoting abortion? That sounds ugly. Yeah, I know. But I wouldn't be FARO if I didn't do these sort of things, right? So let me just open your brain up a little bit. Most times when women decide not to have an abortion, the typical reason is to trap a man. Let's be real. Are we going to be real? Most females continue with the birth and the pregnancy because they want to trap a man. Okay. And B, if, let's say, they aren't successful in trapping the man, they can fall back on child support. Am I right or am I right? Okay. So we got child support. That's there for the deadbeat dad, all right? He doesn't want to step up to the plate. He's not ready to be a dad. And so you decide to have this child anyway. Okay. Now you're applying for child support. Here's the thing. Why are we not accusing women of being irresponsible parents from that time, that basically from the point that they realize the man isn't going to be around to be a father? I just want to know, why is it that we think It's okay to cradle these women who decide to proceed with a pregnancy knowing the child won't have a father in their life. I don't get it. I really don't. I personally don't have kids. And it's not because I couldn't have kids. It's not because there wasn't a man that was willing to bust a nut and get me pregnant, because I said no many a time. And if I really, really wanted to be a mom, I could have probably had 7 kids by now. But I said, no. I'm not having a kid unless I'm married. Again, that's my personal preference. Why? Why, FARO? Why are you waiting till you're married? Because I want the best for my kids, and I want my kids to be raised with a good example, right? I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Back to the whole child support and abortion thing, right? Listen, let me get straight to the point here. No woman in their right mind is gonna continue with a pregnancy knowing the father of the child doesn't want to be a father and is likely not going to be around. Let me repeat that. There is no woman in their right mind who is going to willfully bring a child into this earth knowing it will be fatherless. If that is you, you need to be psychologically evaluated. Why? Oh, you think that just because you had a kid and you gave him life that somehow you deserve a trophy? You deserve some kind of medal of honor because you had a kid? Newsflash, having a child is the most primitive thing you can do. It's not special, girl. Anyone can have a kid. Anybody. But can you bring a kid in the world under the right circumstances? That's the question. Furthermore, having a child that you know will be fatherless is causing direct psychological harm to your child. Did you not realize that? Hello? Chances are you were raised without your mom or father or both. But then you went on to do the exact same dumb shit. Why? Why would you put your kids through that? Don't you want your kids to have better? Hold on. Don't you love your children? Wait. How can you love your children if you willfully had them knowing they would be fatherless? Is this why there are many cases as of late of women killing their own children? There's a lot of cases. I heard of one just not so long ago. This girl just totally shot both of her kids in the back of the car. And they found the kids in the back of the car and they arrested her on the spot because she was at the gas station and she had 2 dead children in her back seat. You think she's a hero because she went on to have the kids and didn't have an abortion? Is she a hero? No, she's not. She's a villain. How about all the men that, as of late, are hitting women and killing women? On the news in New York, we just had an immigrant who was allowed to stay here at the age of 15 without parents, gained citizenship just by default, and he killed 2 women back to back. He stabbed a roommate. I believe it was a roommate in her 30s. And then he stabbed a coworker in her 40s. A Wendy's employee. Why is this happening? Gee, I wonder, is it because we're having kids and not parenting? Are we having kids and like leaving them in the wild, like to fend for themselves, to figure out? Like, do you think that perhaps it's the woman causing so much crime today because they're not aborting? Who do we blame for the men who have absolutely no respect for women? Who do we blame for that? Yes, men should step up to the plate. Men should be men and men should be fathers. But sometimes men just aren't ready to be fathers because they're human, just like us, just like me. I am a female, and guess what? I'm not ready to be a mother. It's okay. Who said you have to be ready to be a mother? Who said you have to be ready to be a dad? Who said that? Like, where is the rule? Where? Show me the rule where it says like, oh, if you reach like 25, you have to be a dad. If you're 25, you have to be a mom. Who the set that rule for us? I want to know. No, it's not necessary. It's just not. You can continue to be a kid, a grown-ass kid, a big kid, just like I am. I have no kids. I can make mistakes. I can make as many mistakes as I want. That's the beauty of not having kids. But the day you have kids, you're a parent for life. You cannot take that back. It's like when dudes like telling females, oh, you think you can become a virgin again? No. But to all you baby daddies, you think you can become like not a father again? Like, bro, to the BDs, listen, once you decide to have kids, y'all need to realize that your life is about your kid. You looking for women that don't have kids is crazy. Like, who the bruh you think you are, bro? Go back to your baby moms or go find another woman with kids because you decided to be a father. That doesn't change just because you broke up with your baby mom. Doesn't work like that. But I guess you think it does. Why? Because we have a whole lot of dumbass birds that will take you in and date you no problem. Instead of telling you to go back to your BM, they'll open their legs and fuck you, no problem. Guilty. But I don't take them seriously now. I use them for the period that you know right away. Listen, I ain't taking you seriously. You got kids. I'm not that desperate, and I'm not really settling yet. Like I haven't reached that age where I'm panicking and I need to settle down. No, I'm still having my fun. In fact, I'm having more fun being single than I have ever because I finally love myself and I appreciate myself, and I'm having a good old time. Let me tell you. Being choosy, being bitchy, I love it. And being femme, I love it. I love it. I love having the power to choose. And you should have that same power to choose. You don't have to date a dude with kids. You don't have to date a female with kids. You don't have to have kids in your 20s, in your 30s. In fact, I'm so happy to hear that the news is starting to spread. There are 40-year-olds, there are 50-year-old women having kids naturally. They're having healthy kids naturally. Now, since we're on that topic, I have to advise you, do not take birth control if you plan on having children. It kills your fertility. Okay? The doctor's not going to tell you that. Of course not. It's money. Don't take birth control if you plan on having children. Just be more selective about the dudes you make sure you have that trust. Let them know, I don't want kids until I'm married. And if that's not your thing, so be it. If you want to have 1 million abortions, so be it. Highly discourage it. That's just not healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not healthy. All right. Use a rubber, pull out. Having multiple abortions is not cute. I'm sorry. Back to the child support topic. Do you think, for real, if we were to get rid of child support, you think females would be having kids? You think that we would have this problem with absent fathers? Really, think about it. Let's pretend we got rid of child support. Are you going to have that baby, miss? Knowing that you're not going to get any money from daddy government? Are you going to have that kid? I don't think so. I really don't think so, girl. Stop playing with me. If we were to tell you to go kick rocks and take care of that kid, if we were to give men the right that they should have, because it does take two to have kids, last I checked, without his sperm, you're not going to have a child, right? So I believe men should also have a say in the pregnancy. If a man is not ready to have a kid, why do you feel it's okay to force him to be a dad? When we have such a thing called abortion, when it's readily available for you, why do you feel the need to force someone into a role they're not ready to fill? Isn't that selfish? And again, are you thinking about the future of your children? Are you thinking about the mental health of your children when you decide to have a kid knowing that dad's not going to be around? I'm going to close this by directly confronting the people who take pregnancy and childbirth lightly. Okay. If you are breeding children without their father, if you as a mother are not ready to be a mother, you will breed a criminal. The crime we see today, men killing women, hitting women, women abusing men. That's a whole other topic. Yes, there are older women abusing young children, young males. I've heard it time and time again. This world is fucked up. Okay? The reason there is rape, the reason there is malice is because we are not parenting. That is the problem. The rape, the molestation, the violence, it's all from lack of love, real love. The kind of love that you get from a parent who's totally attentive to your needs, your wants, your desires. Why have we strayed so far away from love? It is very sad. It's very sad. And you would think of me as an angry person because I have no kids. Nobody loves me. I'm all alone. No, sweetie. I'm just different. And that's what hurts. Being so different. Being ostracized for being different. Because I think differently. It sucks. But this is what I'm made for. To speak to you. To awaken you. We're doing it all wrong. Okay? If we want to see better in this world, if we want to reduce crime, if we want to be the change, we have to stop breeding like wild animals. And we have to start planning parenthood. And with that, I bid thee farewell, and I thank you for tuning in to another episode of FARO Vision. It was a pleasure to educate you tonight. And I hope you stay safe, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.